Hello and welcome to another draft analysis. I'm Ace, and right now we're into Game 2 of Team Secret vs Newbee. In Game 1, I mentioned that I think Newbee has a slightly favored draft, but I don't think they played it well at all. In the early game, like the first 15 minutes, they keep trying to gang with Rubik and Earthshaker, and every time they gang, they are just a 3-man squad. Rubik, Earthshaker plus whichever lane they were ganking. And their lineup is not the kind of lineup that can get the kill and get out straight away. They're not super burst heavy, and so they take time to kill. But the lineup of Secret was they had a semi-global lineup, which means help can come in at any point of time. A TP plus Nature's Prophet TPing, suddenly you're at a disadvantage, and that happened throughout the whole game, like the whole 15-20 minutes. Every time Newbee goes for a gang, Secret respond with more. So Newbee, there was never a gang in the early game when Newbee brought the more numbers, and they could never get a kill and get out. They always try to go for a kill, and then they lose the fight in the end. They lose the gang because Secret just brings small numbers, and that's just the lineup of Secret. And Newbee should have known that based on whatever lineup Secret had. So I felt that Newbee didn't execute the early game properly. They should have just been a bit more passive, maybe play a bit more defensive, and if they actually want to go for a gang, they must be ready to bring all 5 in. With the Necrophos ulti and the Venom ulti, they definitely can take fights, but they just choose to farm and spread out the map, and it didn't work out in their favor just because of the way Secret's lineup is supposed to work. Yeah, as in there was some fights in the mid game where it looked like, yeah, Newbee's lineup is coming into play, it looks much stronger, but it's just because of the disadvantage that they had right from the start, and it was really a bit too hard to come back. So I felt if they played the early game better, the game would have been much easier for them, and then it could have been better. Nonetheless, Secret, as I mentioned, I felt they are the better team, and yeah, they did play their lineup better for sure. Okay, moving on to Game 2 right now. Secret having first pick. They banned Earth Spirit Nyx, same as Game 1. I think they don't really favor this Nyx anymore. And Nyx is one of Kaka's best heroes, so they don't want to give it over to Newbee. And Newbee, they banned Chen Nature's Prophet. So this Nature's Prophet ban is more of a response to what happened in Game 1. They felt like Secret were able to pressure them non-stop on the map with this Nature's Prophet, and they don't want it to happen again, so yeah. For first pick, Secret went for the Night Stalker, pretty expected here, and Newbee goes for Veno Shaman. Veno plus Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman is a support that the Chinese scene still really like. I mentioned it a few times. Faith is definitely going to play this Shadow Shaman, and yeah, it helps with pushing. It has a good lockdown. The only problem with it is it's very immobile. And Secret on the other hand, they pick up the IO for Yapsor again, so now they got Puppy's Night Stalker plus Yapsor's IO. So Night Stalker and IO is two very, I would consider them pretty mobile or like faster pace kind of supports. Whereas for a hero like Shadow Shaman and Venomancer, they're actually quite slow paced. So Secret might use this to their advantage again and pick a more fast paced draft to outmaneuver their opponents once again, like they did in Game 1. Secret, they ban away CK as well as Monkey King. The CK was banned in Game 1 and now they ban it again. And Newbee, they ban away Seven as well as Quap. I'm not sure about the Quap ban immediately, but it seems like when they decide to pick up this Ember Spirit on the third pick, so they don't want an unfavorable matchup against this Ember. Usually Newbee will ban away the Ember away from mid 1, but instead this game they decide to pick it instead for themselves for SCCCs. IO lacks lockdown, so as a support, from the support perspective, Ember is pretty good against it. The only thing they have right now is the silence from Night Stalker, and on top of that they have the duel from Legion. But usually if the Ember can react fast enough, he can always Remnant away to his defensive Remnant whenever the Legion blinks in, so it's not going to be easy getting duel off Ember Spirit. This Legion Commander is probably going to be played by Fata. There's a slight chance that Ace might play it, but I still think it's like a 90% Fata and like 10% Ace. Legion Commander is quite a strong laner. It's decent against Shadow Shaman. Like when Shadow Shaman goes on one of your supports or one of another hero, let's say he hacks or shackle, you can always press the attack to save that target. It's not very good against Venomancer though. Like usually as a Legion you want to have a blink and you want to blink in to initiate, but with Plague Wards lying around the map, it's very hard to get the initiation. So he might go for a Shadow Blade on top of his Blink Dagger this game. Newbee, they go back for the Kaka Sand King. A much more comfortable pick, I would say, for Kaka over the Earthshaker. He's very known for his Snake's Assassin and Sand King back in the days, like about 6 months ago. That was his two best hero where people are like first face banning it immediately. And he has fallen off quite a bit as Kaka as a player. He's not giving the impact that he used to. But being back on a hero like Sand King, one can only hope that he will put up a performance once again. Sand King is also decent against IO. When IO relocates somebody in, you can always get a Blink double barrel strike straight away. Now Newbee has a decent catch with the Ember Spirit, Shadow Shaman as well as Sand King. They have good lockdown, they have good AoE damage from the Venomancer. Their burst is not too bad as well, with like if Sand King wants to Epi Blinks initiate on somebody, with the Ember following up, they definitely can burst out any of the heroes. And their lineup is also decent at closing down the IO. So like when you play up against an IO, you always want to try to burst down this IO as fast as possible. With the Ember Spirit, the Sand King, if they can find an IO, they definitely can bring him down. Secret moving on, they probably will pick a Mion's hero here. Instead, they go for the Ace Huskar. Okay, so Ace is I mentioned it just now, he's a player that plays a lot of different heroes. He likes his like Arcwarden, Brookmar, he's totally unconventional, like Huskar. So all these kind of cheesy heroes, he plays it all. And that's the kind of carry that Ace is. And Huskar, although like usually like to pair it with a defensive support like Dazzle or Oracle, but IO pretty much does the same. You can heal him, you can overcharge him with attack speed faster. It just pretty much is the third alternative to the defensive support for Huskar. The lineup of Newbee, they don't really have a very strong physical burst damage like a PA or something, and their magical damage is also not the best. Like against Huskar, you want a lot of magical or pure damage, or you go for very bursty physical damage like PA. So this lineup of Newbee currently doesn't really have the best answer to a Huskar, especially when you have an IoT tethered to him. Newbee, they ban away the Necrophos, which I find it pretty surprising though, because Necrophos is a decent hero against Huskar, especially when you can bring him down. Huskar always likes to be a low life, and Necrophos ulti makes use of that. Team Secret, they ban away the AA. I think they're afraid that Newbee switch it up, putting Sand King on the off lane and AA as a support, and AA is a very good counter to Huskar. Okay, so this is going to be a Fatas Underlord, and Secret is actually throwing a lot of curveball in this draft. It's going to be a mid Legion commander as it seems.
10 seconds remaining.
Okay, I'm not going to speculate, I'm not sure how they're going to lane this. Let's just wait for them to pick up their heroes. But I'm pretty sure this Underlord is going to be Fata on the offlane. Underlord is a very good hero against Venomancer. If Veno is a carry and Underlord is laning against him, killing the wards in the early game can give you extra damage, as well as the damage reduction from your passive is really good against Venomancer. Newbee, they're gonna need a very strong hero here. They go for Ursa. Ursa is a very good laner against Underlord. It's one of the few melee carries that actually crushes an Underlord in lane. It's decent against Huskar in man fighting. He has the physical damage burst, as I mentioned, is required against a Huskar. And the kiting potential on Team Secret's side is not very strong. They don't have like a Fissure, they don't have slows, they only have Night Stalker and Legion Duel, as well as Pit of Malice from Underlord. So this Ursa can actually go pretty ham in the fights, I would say. I still feel that, okay, usually against a Huskar you want to pressure him from the laning phase, but I don't think Newbee's lineup has the capabilities to do that. They have an off-lane
5
Vano
seconds remaining.
against the safe lane Haska. Depends on the rotation though. If let's say Faith and Kaka consistently help this offlane Vano, then they might be able to shut down this Haska. And I think a lot of the damage relies on this Haska. Underlord, he does do percentage based damage, but he's not your most reliable source of damage. He's more AoE and damage over time kind of damage, and Mid one relies a lot, the Legion Commander relies a lot on his dual damage as well. That being said, based on how both teams played in Game 1, I think Secret has a very similar draft where they will win their lanes based on what they have, their lineup. And they can just snowball from there. So I'm going to favor Secret again. I think the draft is pretty even though, but just based on playstyle and how each team play in the last game. And sticking to my gut of Secret being the better team in this series. Yeah, I'm going with Secret. So that's all for this game. Hope you guys like it, and if you do, please subscribe and comment below. Thank you.